Hello, my name is Nikhil Reddy Gadam. Today I'm going to present my selfie seminar. So my selfie seminar is basically on a topic called I can produce this consumer behavior and consumer surplus. So here we can see that who basically this is one of the important point in important topic in managerial economics. So basically, who is the consumer? A consumer is any individual who purchases goods and services from the market for his or her end use. According to some great economists, Angel Blackwell and Mansard, consumer behavior is the action and the decision process of the people who purchase goods and services for personal. There are another definition we can see here. Basically, customer or the consumer is the king. Many business firms will understand this point, and they establish the great market, and they earn great revenue. This is what the important point about this. And let us talk about the factors influencing consumer behavior. There are four main factors: cultural factors, social factors, personal factors, psychological factors. So let us discuss about cultural factors. Cultural factors are coming from different components related to culture or cultural environment from which the consumer belongs. We can take an example: Western culture, Indian culture. Western culture, in the time of festive season, they will buy jackets, t-shirts, luxury goods, and etc. In the time of festive season, Indian culture will buy dhotis, kurtas, pajamas, and etc. This is somewhat different. So the culture factor plays a main role, and we can see an individual will be influenced by the family and his friends for his cultural environment or society that will teach him values, preferences as well. So as common behaviors to their own culture to buy a product or something. uh, the next point is subcultures. Subcultures, society has a various subcultures based on their lifestyle and living. Subcultures are mainly, we can say an example like nationality, gender, religion, caste, etc. Brands often target on particular subculture to become popular. So let us take an example: Audi, BMW, Benz, or Rolls Royce. These are the great automobile industry who mainly focuses on luxury rich people. So they will buy these cars and etc. So we will discuss about reference group, social class, which mainly consists of reference group, family, social status. Reference group, let us take an example: our friends. Our friends will they will give a reference to us to buy that product, and they will share our experience to buy that product. So this is known as a reference group. Family, we can know that. And social status is one of the main point which is playing a major role in our society. So why I'm telling this, because many people trying to buy luxury clothes and luxury trousers, luxury goods and luxury cars to show their social status in the society. In social media also they are try to show off their luxury goods to show their social status. This is playing major role in the this present generation. Some personal factors and some psychological factors also plays major role. So we can see personal factors are age, lifestyle, purchasing power and revenue. Personal factors, age, for example, let us say, take an example: a child will buy a toy, whereas an adult or an 30-40 year old guy will buy a car, a t-shirt, a shirt, etc. Psychological factors, it's mainly about the perception and the motivation. Perception, I will give an example: I wish I could buy Ashirwad atta because I like it, the taste is good, for chapatis and all. But for some other people, they will not like Ashirwad atta because it is somewhat costly and all. So that's the main point. Learning and belief and attitudes also very very important psychological factors, whereas personality and self concept is also applicable in personal factors. Importance of studying consumer behavior, because a business firm need to establish their business. They need to understand the latest trends and relevant to the marketers, helpful to the dealers, they need to cope up with the competition. I mean, they need to win the competition to establish their business, forecast the demands, to develop new products, to change the products. I mean, according to the trends, to understand the latest trends and customers' ideology, and optimum resources users need to be required. So I will say an examples in the next slides, which is very interesting. So Nokia is one of the biggest mobile firm in India in early 20s and later 20s, but not now because they failed to analyze the trend in the market in the latest generation. Even though they released some phones in previous years like 2018, 2020, they failed to establish their company, re-establish their company. And I will say good examples of these business firms. You many of you know McDonald's as Starbucks. They enter into Indian market through these changes. Let us take McDonald's introduced Aloo Burger. Aloo Burger, aloo means potato. Many Indians consume potato. So what, a brilliant idea. They made Aloo Burger and made consumers to attract. Whereas Starbucks also try to attract because they introduced tea latte because tea is mostly consumed in India, all over the world. I mean, all over the India. So they introduced tea latte and they introduced this tea latte because famous in India and all over the world also. And the next topic is about consumer surplus. Consumer surplus, it is mainly a difference between the price the consumer is willing to pay and the price actually paid. First developed by a great economist Julius Dupuit and in 1844. Surplus means extra. Extra, according to a great economist Alfred Marshall, excess the price the consumer willing to pay rather than go without a commodity over that what actually he pays. I mean, which actually he pays. Consumer surplus is price ready to pay minus price actually pays. So the next topic, next point is assumptions made by Alfred Marshall. Cardinal utility. So this is important. For example, Ram want to buy. Ram has 50 utils. 50 utils means 50 rupees. Here, rupees is taken as utils, or else utils is taken as rupees. So the product rate is 30 rupees and 30 utils only. So he has 20 utils extra. That means 20 utils are the surplus extra. So we can see that marginal utility of the money remains same. This is another assumption. Every commodity is independent, no change in the income. So we can see positive surplus and negative surplus easily. And this is cardinal approach. And I will say an example here. So here you can see that as per the law of diminishing marginal utility, if commodity increases, then marginal utility decreases. So simply we can say that if number of units increases, marginal utility decreases. At the point, marginal utility and the price will be same. So it is the satiety point. I mean, it is the equilibrium point. Until the consumer gets the equilibrium point, he will try to buy the product. After that, he will not try to try the product. This is about the consumer surplus. And thank you for great opportunity by Shiv Prakash sir. Thank you very much.